Plaintiff Kimberly McRae was best friends with the defendant until the defendant started provoking fights with her and then sent her husband to Kimberly's house to harass her. Kimberly suing her former friend for the balance due on a wedding dress. Defendant Rayanne Salzwiedel Pryor says her friendship with Kimberly changed after Kimberly started dating her witness. Rayanne claims Kimberly stopped attending church and started using drugs. And Rayanne stopped paying on the wedding dress because Kimberly told her to lose her number. So she did.
Start with you.
So I'm here today, sadly, suing who I thought was my really good friend,
Excuse
Rayanne.
me for once.
Sure.
All right. You got a bad backache today.
So I'm here
Wife told
suing...
me I wasn't the man I used to be. I had to prove her wrong. Believe me.
That's a good pain.
Yeah. I had to do some lifting. Why y'all laughing about lifting furniture? I was just lifting furniture. It hurt my back. Wife said I couldn't lift furniture. She said I wasn't as strong as I used to be. I had to help her lift furniture. So now we've hurt our back. What y'all laughing about? I ain't got no dirty minds in here.
That's good.
All right, ma'am. You go ahead.
Thank you. So I'm here today suing...
Watch what you say, because you see these people got dirty minds. They're going to misconstrue your words. Go ahead.
So I'm here suing a former friend, Rayanne. It's really sad that I'm here because we've been friends for years.
How long have you all been friends?
Since 2010. It's about 2010 we met. I'm here today because, you know, I thought Rayanne was a really good friend. Turns out I was completely wrong, or we wouldn't be here today. There was occasions where I feel like Rayanne was provoking lots of fights with me in order to get out of paying me for what she owes me. As well as one occasion where she sent her fiance, Andrew, to my house where he was intimidating me and harassing me in front of my house. So I guess we can go back to 2010 where we met at our son's daycare. My son and her daughter have been friends for years. Back in 2017, Rayanne asked me to be in her wedding. She was engaged to Andrew. And she asked me to be in her wedding, and of course I agreed, being her good friend. So we went wedding dress shopping together, and there was an occasion where Rayanne asked me to take out a David's Bridal credit card so that she could purchase a wedding dress because she had bad credit and she couldn't get it herself. So I, being the good friend, I agreed to do it. I trusted that she would pay me the money back. Making $38 payments a month is what we agreed on. But soon after, Rayanne we kind of lost contact with getting new relationships. She would make remarks like I am hanging out with my family and too much and I need to spend time with her. So basically making me feel like a bad friend, which has nothing to do with the money that she owes me. So yeah, today I'm suing her just because I do believe that she owes me the money.
Ooh, got a bad backache today.
So I'm
Wife told me I wasn't the man I used to be. I had to prove her wrong. I had to help her lift furniture. So now we've hurt our back. What y'all laughing about? I ain't got no dirty minds in here.
Plaintiff Kimberly McRae is suing her former friend, who claims after Kimberly started dating her witness, she stopped going to church and started using drugs.
Let me hear from you, ma'am. First, let's start with your friendship and how that went bad.
So we were friends it's been about 8 years now. Our kids were in daycare together, and to where I always said, like, I wish that her son and my daughter would get married because Kimberly was a very good mother. Kim was very sweet, well-mannered, and she was very into her walk with God, to where everybody referenced her as Church Kim.
Still am.
Good church lady, good. Go ahead.
To now at this point where we were really good friends. Kim was like a little sister to me. And eventually I got engaged, and I had asked Kim if she would be able to.
You don't take him to church with you?
I do, yes. This is my fiance.
So why you over there nodding out like he on some opioids or some weed or something?
I don't know.
Why you nodding out?
I'm not nodding out.
You work midnights?
No,
Well, what you over there got your eyes closed, sleep, nodding.
It's been a long day.
You better watch him.
I'm not nodding.
Okay.
off.
You're a
I'll watch
nice
him.
church lady, and
But I
you
do go
can
to
be
church.
manipulated
He's
easily.
a great man of God as well. So.
Yeah. All right.
Thank
I
you.
believe you. I believe you. Go ahead.
So over time in 2017, she became.
See, you ain't nodding, are you?
No.
And you don't even go to church. Go ahead.
So in 2017, she became in the relationship where not just myself, but other people noticed her personality changing, not going to church anymore, just the way she was acting, talking towards
Why do you
people.
think that was? Why do you think it changed?
I think she was just blinded by being in a relationship where she just lost her personality and who she
The
was.
relationship with the gentleman I was making reference to?
That's correct.
What did you observe to make you think that that had changed her? You see what I was saying?
I would like to know as well.
She started doing drugs, and she admitted to me where she
Not
wanted
true.
to move out.
Was she nodding out like him?
Most likely.
Go to church and nod out talking about she praying?
Well, she wasn't making it to church anymore, so.
Wake up, I'm praying.
I used to occasionally smoke marijuana, is what she's referring to.
Since your conversion, though, in the last couple
Yeah,
of
it's
years?
been a struggle. You know, you don't just get saved
Struggle,
and just
but you were doing fine
fix
on your
everything.
own.
It
You're
takes
right.
time.
I agree.
Okay.
Mhm. Your witness wants to say something. Stand
So
up, sir.
anyway, yeah, so
State your name.
My name is Lionel Smith.
All right.
Okay. So anyway, she was smoking a little bit of marijuana before we even
little
met.
bit every
Why
day?
are you trying to blame that on me? I have no idea. But I also know that when you two used to go out and hang out at the clubs, you made some sexual advances towards her. So maybe that's
What's
got
wrong
something
with
to do
that?
with this.
Oh, maybe that has something
Maybe that's
to
got
do
something
with
to do with it because I'll let you hear from her. But that's a fact.
I do feel like there's a lot of jealousy with this whole thing.
That's not what he said.
She did make some sexual advances to me before when
Okay,
we were
and
out
and
as
that
friends.
caused a strain in your relationship?
I think so. It made it a little
Why?
awkward for me, at
Make
least.
you feel uncomfortable?
Yeah,
in the
awkward,
future?
definitely.
Hey, you just say, no, that ain't my thing, and this should be over.
And it was, yep.
Now, if she come back, then you might you can get a little huffy. And I done told you, that ain't my thing. Don't come back with that. That's what I would do.
Right.
First time the guy do it, and I say, look, man, that ain't my thing. Don't even go there. I don't want to hear about that no more. I don't want to, we ain't even going there no more. Then I'll leave it alone. Not going to break up my friendship because I'm assuming he going to honor my request.
Right.
It's like a man honors a woman's request typically. But if he come back, then I'm going to go in on him. I might even curse and curse him out. Like some women curse men out
Right.
when they come back. So I'd be offended. Might call you some of the other curse names and say, I done told you, man. Now I don't want you around no more because I see you can't control yourself. So don't come around me no more. We're done. So that's how I suggest you and anybody else that gets hit on by the same sex. You act like that if it's no big deal. Go ahead, ma'am, and tell me about the wedding dress that she's suing for.
It was $40 payments a month to where I
For
was.
a total of how much?
It was approximately, it was supposed to be about $800 to $900. I don't know
Total?
the exact dollar
Is that
amount.
about right?
Yep, it was about $800.
All right,
$751.
go ahead. And how many payments have you made off that 800 then?
That would have been September to about February or March. It was at $40 a month that I was making. I did mention to her that I was in a financial issue at the time and that.
Now you nod.
No,
You were.
I'm not nodding.
What were you
I just
doing?
had my head down listening to her. Just listening to her. I wasn't nodding.
No, that's enough from you gentlemen.
She did make some sexual advances to me before when
Okay,
we were
and,
out
and that
as friends.
caused a strain in your relationship?
I think so. It made it a little
Why?
awkward.
Hey, you just say, no, that ain't my thing, and this should be over.
And it was, yep.
Now, if she come back, then you might you can get a little huffy. And I done told you, that ain't my thing. Don't come back with that.
Plaintiff Kimberly McRae is suing her former friend, who claims after Kimberly started dating her witness, she stopped going to church and started using drugs.
Go ahead.
I did explain to her that I would have, once I have the money, that I would pay her the money, that I hadn't been working.
Okay, so your defense is you don't have the balance.
But she never told me
At the
that.
point, I didn't have the
How about
money.
now? What is your defense? You don't have it.
To where she had told me to lose her number and not to
Not
contact her.
Okay, so that's your
But you owe
reason
me
you
money.
can't pay her because you can't contact her.
Exactly.
Here we go. We solved that today. She's right here.
In
You don't
which
have
I
to
have
look
the
any further.
message.
Judgment for the plaintiff. Have a good day.
I'm just glad it's over and I don't have to deal with you anymore.
Me too.
Your
And I wish
dramas.
it didn't come like this. It didn't come to this.
Well, you made it that way. I'm glad it's over.
Okay. God bless.